So what happens when a perfect, really heartfelt business plan gets a sudden, harsh dose of reality? Well, today we're going to deconstruct exactly that, how it clashed between two totally different mindsets actually created something way more powerful and way more profitable.
Okay, so it all kicks off with this simple, beautiful mission from a small business called Magnolia May Photography. Right away, you get it. They're not just snapping pictures, they're trying to capture a feeling, that sense of warmth and belonging.
And from that mission, a plan was born. And let me tell you, this thing was meticulously crafted. It was full of charm, designed for pure holiday magic. On paper, it looked absolutely flawless.
But what happens when that super heartfelt plan runs headfirst into a cynical, no-nonsense critique? That's where our story really gets interesting, right there in the collision between passion and pure pragmatism.
All right, first up, let's talk about the handcrafted dream. This was the original vision for their Christmas mini-sessions, where every single detail was just soaked in nostalgia and warmth.
The thing that really stands out here is the commitment to this handcrafted vibe, but on a serious shoestring budget. We're talking a DIY Santa mailbox, plaid blankets from Goodwill, even cinnamon sticks to make the place smell right. The goal wasn't expensive perfection, it was all about authentic, cozy charm. And get this, all for under $150.
And the price point? Just $145. That's for a 15-minute session with 10 edited photos. Now, this number wasn't just pulled out of a hat. It was chosen very, very deliberately.
Because the whole value proposition was built around this idea. It was meant to be what you'd call snackable. A low-risk, high-reward impulse buy for families who are totally short on time but are just desperate for those beautiful holiday memories.
And the marketing copy? Oh, it was pure storytelling. It wasn't selling you a photo package. It was selling you a feeling, a perfect little moment frozen in time. It just pulls you right into that scene. It's gentle, emotional, and very, very sweet.
And then the feedback came in. A sharp, brutally honest critique that just completely flipped the script on that sugar-sweet approach.
Oof. I mean, that first line just sets the tone for everything, doesn't it? It completely cuts through all the sentimentality and reframes the business in these stark commercial terms. It's basically saying, you're not an artist creating magic, you're a business owner selling a product. This slide just captures the two opposing worldviews perfectly. On the left, you've got that gentle, dreamy storytelling. But on the right, it's a direct, punchy appeal to the customer's actual pain point, their chaotic, busy lives. And it works. It works because it doesn't ask them to imagine a feeling, it validates their current reality and promises a brief, perfect-looking escape from it all.
So the critique really boiled down to this. Embrace the imperfection. Make the set a little messy, a little raw. Don't just set a price, learn to upsell like a champ. And for your marketing, hit them where it hurts. Speak to their real problems. Oh, and give clients something tangible they can hold, like a Polaroid, not just a little treat.
So, when you're faced with two completely different philosophies, the temptation is to just pick one, right? But the real genius here wasn't in choosing. It was in forging a hybrid, blending that heartfelt vision with that really pragmatic critique.
And that synthesis created this whole new brand mood, cozy imperfection. I just love this description. It's not about being flawless or Pinterest perfect, it's about capturing something authentic and beautiful, even if it's a little frayed around the edges. It's way more relatable and, honestly, so much more powerful. And this new strategy really shows that evolution in action. The set design, for example, now intentionally includes a slightly crooked mailbox. The pricing keeps that accessible entry point, but then adds these compelling story-driven upsells. The copy gets more honest, and the gift becomes a tangible memory. You see how each element is an evolution, not a total replacement. That's key.
And here it is, the new marketing copy. It's just brilliant. It starts by acknowledging the client's reality, the mess, the chaos. It validates their experience. And then it offers the solution, a brief, beautiful pause. It's honest, it's empathetic, and it's incredibly effective.
Now, a great strategy is one thing, but as we all know, execution is everything. So the final piece of this whole puzzle was turning this grit and glow philosophy into a repeatable, totally stress-free system.
Think of this workflow as the engine that makes the whole business just run smoothly. By using tools like Calendly for booking, Zapier for automation, and Lightroom presets for batch editing, the whole process becomes super efficient and predictable. And that frees up time to focus on the creative work, not all the administrative grind.
The marketing, is just as systematized. A simple 3-week social media plan is really all it takes to fill the calendar. You start with a big announcement, then you build desire with a behind-the-scenes look, and then you close the deal with some social proof and a little sense of urgency. It's a classic formula because, well, it works.
So what's the big takeaway from all this? Magnolia May's journey really shows us that the most resilient and resonant brands aren't just one thing. They're not just heart, and they're not just hustle. They're a blend of both. Which kind of leaves us with a final question to think about. In your own work, are you just selling a product, or are you telling a compelling, honest story?